Is BJP selectively swaying from its hardcore anti-Muslim stance by cozying up to the Afghan Taliban? The question assumes special significance when it continues to criminalize religious expression of minorities. I love Muhammad, peace be upon him, has become a rallying slogan across India, not as a religious boast, but as a protest and show of solidarity. In today's Get This, let's dig into how this seemingly innocuous slogan is exposing Indian democracy, secularism, and the BJP's anti-Muslim trajectory. Here's a brief history. I Love Muhammad, peace be upon him movement began in September during Eid Milad-un-Nabi processions in Kanpur, where the police booked 24 people for displaying the slogan. The crackdown quickly spread across BJP-ruled states like Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh. In Bareilly, protests led by cleric Maulana Tauqeer Raza turned violent after authorities denied permission, resulting in 11 FIRs, over 2,000 named, and at least 75 arrested. Police used lathi charges, tear gas, and shut down internet for 48 hours. Authorities sealed 38 shops, many on Waqf land, a permanent dedication of any property for any purpose recognized by Muslim law as pious, religious, or charitable, and demolished at least 4 buildings tied to the accused individuals. Protesters were charged under serious laws, including promoting enmity, often for wearing slogan t-shirts or social media posts. Riot groups report that over 2,500 Muslims were targeted in at least 22 cases. The state claims that these stringent actions prevent new traditions and maintain public order, though critics call it collective punishment. There is no law in India that makes saying "I love Muhammad, peace be upon him" a crime. Yet authorities have used sections related to unlawful assembly, incitement of religious tension, and public order violations under the Indian Penal Code (IPC), Criminal Procedure Code (CRPC) to regulate or ban displays they deem provocative and to justify arrests and crackdowns. In specific areas, even the Uttar Pradesh Gangsters and Anti-Social Activities Prevention Act 1986 is being used for the same purpose. Let us not delude ourselves. These are not isolated local incidents, but part of a systemic pattern in BJP-ruled or influenced states. But why is this so convenient? Since 2014, the Modi government and BJP-dominated states have overseen an increase in communal violence, hate speech, and legal targeting of Muslims. In many BJP-ruled states, anti-conversion laws, cow vigilante actions, demolition campaigns, and discriminatory policies have steadily chipped away at minority safeguards. For years, BJP government has used instant bulldozer justice to control and maintain Hindutva narratives. The bulldozer is often paraded as a symbol of toughness. The way things are, it could almost be Modi's new party symbol. I would like to take this moment to remind you to please leave a comment if you like this video and subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Interestingly, India's Supreme Court has ruled that demolitions cannot be used as extra-legal punishment, requiring prior notice, a show cause hearing, and due process. Activists say these guidelines are frequently ignored in practice, especially when targeting Muslim communities. The Supreme Court had to intervene last year and say the executive cannot become a judge and demolish properties, and that arbitrary bulldozing violates the rule of law. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath of Uttar Pradesh has been seen imposing rules of his own against any new religious processions, seeing such actions as a threat to his extremist Hindu doctrine. He even allowed booking Muslims under Article 163 of the BNSS in Kanpur and Bareilly. The result is dismal. The Muslim community, already under pressure, is being pushed out of public religious visibility. Although it seems even the act of religious celebration can be reframed as a public order threat in a secular country, people from all ages and backgrounds have fearlessly been vocal on X during this movement. Here's what I find strikingly contradictory though. A party that positions itself as viscerally anti-Muslim is now showing diplomatic interest and is cozying up to the Afghan Taliban, arguably one of the most hardline Islamist regimes in the region. So I'm confused. Ideologically, the BJP claims it fights Islamic extremism at home, but is willing to engage with Islamist hardliners abroad? This reveals that BJP's anti-Muslim stance is about exploiting communal divides and controlling freedom of expression. This is the logic of controlled pluralism. As former Indian Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti pointed out, and I quote, "India, the mother of democracy, under the BJP has decided to embrace Taliban while systematically targeting its own Muslim population. The I Love Muhammad, peace be upon him movement has exposed the hollowness of India's secularism, revealing it as little more than a political gimmick." As elections near, the BJP is weaponizing this movement, mobilizing majoritarian sentiment, polarizing communities, and pushing Muslim visibility under the guise of law and order. Secularism becomes a mask, selectively applied and strategically discarded. In a country where loving your prophet invites arrest and demolitions follow prayer, the question is not just about faith. It is about who is allowed to express.